Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back. Not welcome back. Welcome. Do you all see me and do you all hear me? So we are good to start. Okay. And obviously the ones who are here can see me and hear me, no? Obviously. Right. So I'll be doing accounting with you all. Right. So in this foundation program, what's going to happen? I will be teaching you the very basics of accounting. Marathon. Huh? Marathon. Right. So I'll be giving you a lot of examples, everything, right? Without wasting any time, let's see what this accounting is about. And few terms I will be explaining as well. Account subject which will have a lot of calculations involved, but initially there is a bit of theory. Only if you learn those theory points, you will be able to do any other calculations properly. So I'm starting with what? Calculations or theory? Theory, right? I'm a doctor. And what do you call this? Stethoscope, right? Microphone allowed it. I'm a doctor. Okay, now you have to understand this. Now I'm starting, right? So only one fellow told me he has done accounts itself, right? Let's start. You all have a writing book by any chance? Okay. A 40-page book is more than enough. Come. A 40-page CR book is more than enough. You can see wherever you like. Huh? All right. Let's start off. Enough. More than enough. But better if you have a CR book, because later when you do a lot of accounts, right? Ideally that big book will be better. But even if you are, since it's grade 8, the foundation, even a small book, no problem at all, you can manage. Right. Are we ready to go? Ella. First itself, give a subheading saying, or a main heading, the accounting equation. Heading, the accounting equation. The accounting equation. You can use any rule book, no problem. Double rule, single rule, square rule. Any other rules are there? No. I also don't know, right? So basically no rules. Okay, the accounting equation. Who can tell me what is the accounting equation? You all don't know? No, I will give you. Take this. Assets equals, you're going to learn what are assets and not today, don't worry. Assets equals capital plus liabilities. Right? What is the accounting equation? Assets equals capital plus liabilities. Today we'll see what are assets, what are liabilities, and what do you mean by capital as well. Okay. So assets equals capital plus liabilities. Taken? Great. What is an asset? We are going to start off with. Look, guys. If you know what is asset, liability, capital properly, entire accounting will become mara easy. Okay. So if you need to do the entire accounting, it's totally a new subject. If you want to do it properly, definitions have to be perfect. Right. Let me give you some examples now. See if you can understand. You know what are assets? Resources owned by the business. What do you mean by that? I'll ask you some questions. Take platinum. Can you see these furniture, tables and chairs? Do we own it? No, it's him. Who owns it, Mom? Furniture. Who owns this? Platinum. We own it, right? That means it's an asset to us. If you take this laptop, do I own it? I own it, right? My laptop. Then what is it to me? Assets. Take that AC. Can you see that air conditioner, AC on top, right? We own it, right? Asset to us. Take this projector. We own it, right? Asset to us. Let's say I have 50,000 rupees cash with me. Imagine you all have 50,000 rupees cash with you all. Do you own it? Your cash, no, you own it, right? Assets to you. So what are assets? Resources owned by the business. If you own something in your business, that is an asset to the business. Understood? Right. What about this furniture? Assets? Do we own it? Yes. So at your place, now think of some assets. Do you use a phone at home? Okay, the ones who are using, do you own it? Then what is it to you? Asset. But easy no bang. Now see, what is an asset? Something that you own. But now remember this. In the future, we are doing accounts for not ourselves. We do accounts for our business. So when I say assets, don't look at personal things. I own a house. I own a car. Now, correct. Those are assets only. But the point is, in a business perspective, what are the assets which are there in the business you need to look at? So if you take platinum, furniture is an asset to us. This AC is an asset to us. Projector is an asset to us. You get it? In the front office, when you enter itself, there are so many, what do you call, furniture and stuff. In the front office, big tables and all. Those are assets to us. Why? We own those items. So what is an asset? Resources owned by the business. Understood? Right. But after that, there is a small tune, because there are two types of assets. So what is an asset? Resources owned by the business. Right. Can you give a subheading saying, what is an asset? What is an asset? Online, are you under control? Have you understood the Kalambala junction of the what is an asset? Right? What is an asset? Okay. Yes. Right. Great. Okay. So what is an asset? Resources owned by the business. You can say, these are resources. These are resources owned, O-W-N-E-D, owned by the business. Resources owned by the business. Yeah, my handwriting, you can properly read. Or does it look like chang ching 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 chang ching? No, can read? No. Then fine. Because my ambition was to become a doctor. Can you read doctor's handwriting? No. So by any chance, if you can't read my handwriting, take a photo of this. Go to the pharmacist. Shah. Go and show this to the pharmacy. They will tell you, read and tell you what this is. Okay? Doctor, no. What is this? Stethoscope. Remember, doctor is here. Doctor. Are you there? Doctor. Cold no, bang. Cold. Cold no, little. Yeah. Cold no. Cold, yeah. Right. So what is an asset? Resources owned by the business. Are you clear with that? Right. Now we are going to go one step extra. There are two types of assets. Non-current assets, current assets. What are the two? Non-current and current. We'll take one by one slowly and separately. We'll see what is the difference between the two. Make a note. There are two types of assets. There are two types of assets. There are two types of assets. So why do doctors write like that? Aman, it's a very big doubt. No, why do doctors write like that? Because they don't have time. That's why they write ching ching ching. Maravan, no. They don't have time. So that you people don't understand. Okay. We'll go and ask a doctor itself. By any chance, anyone is doing biology, doctor will come. Dr. Shakir. But his handwriting is better than mine. I don't think he's a real doctor. I have doubts. There are two types of assets. First one, what is it? Non-current assets. And the second one, current assets. First one, non-current assets. Second one, current assets. First one is non-current assets. Second one, current assets. Non-current assets and current assets. Okay. Right. Now shall we see what is a non-current asset? Listen, huh? Asset is something that you own. No? Right. Let's say you own something and you can use it for more than 1 year. Then that is what? Non-current assets. An asset that you can use for more than 1 year. Let me ask you some questions. Yeah.
Non-current assets are like many, right?
So many are there. Now I'm going to give you some examples. Let's say in your business, you buy a vehicle, a car. Can you use a vehicle for more than 1 year? Yes. What asset? Non-current asset. For your business, you buy furniture. Can you use furniture for more than 1 year? Yes. Furniture, these tables and chairs, now we have been using it for 5 years. Right? So we can use it for more than 1 year. What is it? Non-current assets. Look at that AC, little AC. People who can't see, see will you? AC. Do you see AC? AC is there, right? AC. Okay. Right. Can you use it for more than 1 year? Definitely yes. What asset? Non-current asset. Have you seen photocopy machines? Machinery and all photocopy machines where you might have gone to communication and taken photocopies, right? That machine. Can you use it for more than 1 year? What asset? Non-current asset. This laptop, can I use it for more than 1 year? Yes. What asset? Non-current asset. Simple. What is a non-current asset? Asset that you can use for more than 1 year. Understood? Easy game, no? I told you. These like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yeah. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After 7, what's the number? 8. You pass accounts. You pass accounts. Right? Done. Simple. So what is a non-current asset now? Don't say something and all. Resources that you can use or assets that you can use for more than 1 year. Right? Understood? Okay. Shall we write a small point? Can you give a subheading saying below this non-current assets? Non-current assets. Non-current assets. Okay. Great. Non-current assets. Assets which can be used for more than 1 year. Right. These are assets. Write it. These are assets which can be used. Which can be used for more than 1 year. These are assets which can be used for more than 1 year. But there is one more part to this definition. Write it. I will explain that slowly because that part is important. These are assets which can be used for more than 1 year. And bought with the intention of using and not selling. I will explain what that is. Simple. I taught you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want to teach you 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. These are assets which can be used for more than 1 year and bought with the intention of using and not selling. Right. Take it, will you? Take it. Take it. Let's see whose kidney is working. Kidney is here. The brain is below. Now in my class, everything upside down. Huh? Upside down. Mark my words, in 2 years' time, you will become Chakablast Mongol. Right? Seriously. Okay? You will wonder where the kidney is, where the brain is. One fellow is telling that, one fellow is telling this. Huh? You will think, actually, this fellow is mad, no? Huh? Don't think like that. Nothing like that. Okay? Just for fun. Harita. He is thinking I'm mad. No. I'm totally fine. Huh? Right. Listen. How many have seen a car sale? Seen a car sale, seen a car sale. Right. Great, great, great. In a car sale, what do you see? Cars. Can you use a car for more than 1 year?
Yes.
What asset? Non-current asset. But hold on. Car sale. Did they buy the car for them to use or for them to sell? Then, if you buy an item for them to sell, that is not a non-current asset for them. Can you see the next part? And bought with the intention of what? Using. So I'll ask you a question. You buy a laptop for you to use. Is it a non-current asset?
Yes.
Yes. Why? You can use it for more than 1 year. And you bought it to use, right? Eller. You bought a laptop for you to sell. Is it a non-current asset? No. What is a non-current asset? You buy it with the intention of what? Using. So if you see a car sale, those cars which are there, it is not a non-current asset for them because they bought it with the intention of what? Selling. Understood? Right. You buy a phone. iPhone. Can you use it for more than 1 year?
Yes.
Yes. You buy the iPhone for you to use. Is it a non-current asset?
Yes.
Yes. You are buying it for you to use, right? Then non-current asset. If you buy the iPhone for you to sell, is it a non-current asset? No. Then it is not a non-current asset to you. Right. Now shall I ask you, twist you little by little? You can't get twisted. I'll binge your answers you have to give me. Huh? How many have gone to Apico? Okay, Apico, Damro, somewhere you have gone. You have gone. Hela, you have gone. Right. In Apico, have you seen when you go to the 4th floor, the 3rd floor, I don't know how many floors they have. Or Damro, when you go to the last floor, do you see a lot of furniture kept? Beds and chairs and lot of tables and that and this. Those items, can you use it for more than 1 year?
Yes.
Yes. But my question is this. Did Damro buy that for them to use or for them to sell? For them to sell. Is it a non-current asset for them? No, because they bought in order to sell. Then that is not a non-current asset for them. That becomes a current asset. You will be learning the current asset part later. So what is a non-current asset, Machang? 2 conditions have to be met. What are the 2? 1, you should be able to use it for more than 1 year. Second, you should have bought with the intention of using. If you buy for you to use, then only it's a non-current asset. If you buy in order to sell, it's not a non-current asset. Okay. Shall I ask you some questions then? Warming up time. Warming up time. Everyone ready? No? Everyone ready? No? Right. Ready? No? Understood? No? Right. Here, don't get scared. In my class, full tune. Don't get scared. Right? Answers, even if you give, no problem. Even if you don't give, no problem. But you all have to try. Right? You all have to be forward. In the sense, if I ask you a question, try your level best to give an answer. Even if the answer is wrong, no problem. Even if the answer is right, no problem. We learn, okay? We all together learn and we want to get an A star minimum, A star minimum, A star minimum. Why minimum? There is Sri Lankan price, world price and all. Harida? Right, okay. Now listen. You're buying a car. You're buying a car for you to sell it. Is it a non-current asset? No. You buy a car for you to use. Is it a non-current asset? Yes. Understood? Right. You bought a computer. You bought a computer for you to use. Non-current asset? Yes. You bought a computer for you to sell. Current asset. You don't have to tell current assets. Okay. Leave that out. It is not a non-current asset. Clear? Right. Take platinum. You all have come to this class. The ones who are online, can you see this around? The bit of tables and chairs here, right? Tables and chairs. Can you see? Okay, some tables are there. Now, can you look at these tables here? Did platinum buy these tables for them to sell? No. We bought it for us to use. What is it? Non-current asset. We bought it to use, right? Do people come and buy tables and go from us? No, we don't sell tables for your information. We are doing a tuition class here, Harida. So these tables we bought for us to use. Then what is it to you? Non-current asset. AC? Non-current asset. Projector? Non-current asset. This laptop? Non-current asset. Understood? Chakabla Sinubang. Assets, non-current assets. You all are gindara. Great. Right? Now see, I will use anang manang words and all, which you also don't understand, which I also don't understand for your information. Right? But like that only. Like that you have to go. Right. The tables are. So Swaiba is telling the tables are non-current asset. Right? Great. Okay. Online, all under control. Online here, you can't sleep. Anyone online here, you have to look at the screen like this and wait. Like that. Okay. Eyes and all have to be like eyes and all full open. Full open. Like you have come for a movie theater. And the movie is going on, action is going on. Like that, no, you see. Like that only you have to see the screen. Anang manang, if you be like and all, case. Okay, right. Rookie under control. Yes, all under control. Rookie is telling everything is under control. Right. So you know what is a non-current asset, right? Okay. Shall we write a few examples of non-current assets now? Under non-current assets, example. I'm giving you, but you decide and tell me whether it can be used for more than 1 year. Buildings. Can you use to? Land and buildings, you call it. Land and. That is the and sign. If by any chance, some people get confused when you come to the first time. What is this? Is putting a. Not a and sign. Harida. Land and buildings. Another example. You tell me. Furniture. Correct. Furniture. Another example. iPhone, correct. But without using iPhone and all, I'll give you some examples which the examiner usually gives you. Right? Land and buildings he gives. Furniture. Vehicles. Motor vehicles. Come. You say motor vehicles. What are motor vehicles? Vehicles with motors. Not vehicles, motor vehicle. Vehicle with motors only. Cars, buses, right? Lorries, all these are what? Vehicles, okay? They say motor vehicles. What else? Computers. What else? Machinery. Look, I've given you more examples, but only these 5 I'm giving because usually your examiner. All right, one more and keep. Next to furniture, you put a slash and say, because examiner can use another word. Fixtures and fittings. He might use the word fixtures and fittings instead of this furniture. Right? So land and buildings, furniture, or you call it fixtures and fittings, motor vehicles, computer, machinery. Can you use all these for more than 1 year? Yes. Understood? Yes. Question time. Meaning of fixtures, like the furniture, right? The cupboards and all these, like if you take platinum, these doors are there. Those are some fixtures and fittings. All those can be used for more than 1 year, right? Put everything together. Those are fixtures and fittings. Got late, no little. Allah binge your scene. Here, come by sharp 2:15. If not, you know what will happen. You will miss the A star. Okay, right. Have you done accounts before? No. Case no then. Get the recording, huh? Okay. How will you get the recording? Contact Platinum. They will send you the recording, right? If you got late for a class, or by any chance if you missed the class, you can get the recording of that class. Okay. You can contact Platinum, or I will give you another number where for accounts, of course, you can send a message to that number and get the accounts recordings. So likewise, okay, do the needful. So if you miss a class, what will you do? Get the recording. Let's say you got late to class due to some emergency. What will you do? Get the recording. You know why? Accounting is a subject. You miss one part, everything chakablast. Right? Khatam ho gaya. Ow. Okay. So from the beginning, everything has to be perfect. Right. Now we have done a bit, no? What is the accounting equation? Assets equals capital plus liabilities. We have to see what are liabilities, what is capital. Hold on. What is an asset? Resources owned by the business. If your business owns something, right, that is an asset. Right, great. Right, Zakir, right, Isra, you all have done accounts basics. No problem at all. No problem at all. The basic make it perfect. Perfect. Okay. All right. Two types of assets. What are the two? Non-current and current. What is a non-current asset? Asset that you can use for more than 1 year. And you should buy for you to use or sell. Use. You have to buy with the intention of using. Then only it's a non-current asset to you. If you buy with the intention of selling, not a non-current asset. What are the examples? Look at all this. Can you use a land and a building for more than 1 year? Yes. Furniture? Yes. Motor vehicles, cars, buses and all, can you use it for more than 1 year? Yes. Computer? Yes. Machinery? Yes. Understood? Right. Great. Signs of A star visible now itself. But have time, huh? Have time. You have written machine or machinery. Machinery. I've written it saying machinery. Okay? Right. Non-current assets are done, no? Now we are going to move to the next heading. What assets? Right. Current assets. Can you give a subheading saying current assets? Today, mainly we are focusing on assets. Huh? After today, assets should be like, when you go home today, while going, look at the car, asset. Look at the bus, asset. Mommy, asset, bicycle, not bike, asset. Go home, when you enter itself, the door, fixture fittings. Asset, mommy, asset. See the cash, asset. Tell the trishaw driver when you are making the payment, here money, not money, asset. Hereafter, what's the word? Asset. Harida, asset. Everything asset now. Okay. Then only you will remember assets, no? Yeah, assets. Right. Current asset. Now this one, you all have to understand it properly because there are some new things coming up in this, right? I'll give the definition first. Just write it, then I will explain it. Huh? This is cash. This is cash. You know cash, money. Right, money. That's a current asset. I'll tell you why. No, not me. I'm not an asset. She is looking at me and telling asset. No, nonsense, no man. I told you, look at the things around and tell. Around me also, there are no case param. Okay. Right. This is cash or anything that can be converted to cash very quickly. This is cash or anything that can be converted to cash very quickly. Online, there were some people, okay, very quickly meaning within 1 year. Can you write within 1 year? Within 1 year. Online, there were some fellows who told me, you all have done accounting, no? Can you give some examples of current assets if you know? Let's see. Examples of current assets online. Anyone? And you also did accounts? No. Anyone current assets? Car sale. Huh? I need to know the names. Examples of current assets. Okay. Write it. I will explain it. Rija. Inventory. Great. Tell me one more. Inventory. What else? Don't look at the book. Don't look at the book. Resources, investments. No. Let me give it to you. Right. Example. I want you to take it. Inventory. Inventory. Write it. I will explain. Trade receivables. Trade receivables. Inventory. Then you have trade receivables. Then, yeah, trade receivables is your debtors. But the term that you all have to use for your exams is trade receivables. If you want, you can write the other name and keep. But your examiner will want you to use the word trade receivables. Huh? Cash at bank. Cash in hand. Only 4. I will explain it slowly. Just take. Okay. Cold. Is it cold? Cold. Tell me you cold. Cold meaning cold. Hot meaning hot. That's right. Is it cold? No. Accounting is easy. Huh? Very easy. Like A, B, C, D. Next letter? Wrong. A, B, C, D, F, E. They have changed it. This 2023, right? New year. You didn't know. New year syllabus change. Syllabus change. A, B, C, D, F, E. Learn from me. Learn. No, don't get confused. Huh? No, after that is the same. Only F and E is changing. Right? Don't complicate it too much. Okay. Right? A, B, C, D. After A, B, C, D. Are you mad, bang? A, B, C, D, E, F. What have you done in grade 1, 2 and all? Who taught you F, E? Huh? I was testing you. If you tell E, F also a problem, F, E also a problem, no? So what's the right thing? A, B, C, D? F, E. 2023 syllabus change. Right. Okay. Have you all written? Yes. Great. Now, let me tell you what is a current asset. Do you know what is cash? Money that you have? Right. Money that is there in your hand, you only own it, right? But you don't own it.
Sometimes you have somebody else's.
Okay, but if you are an adult, usually your money, your business's money, you only keep it, no? Right, okay. You're thinking too deep, no? You don't have to think that much. Keep it simple, right? If you have money with you, cash, you own it, no? But what happens with this cash? It keeps on changing, right? You will buy something, again, you might sell something. This cash will keep on fluctuating. Get it? Yes. Leave that aside, will you? You know what is a current asset? The cash that you have, you only own it, right? It's a current asset. Not only that. Anything that you can convert to cash quickly. If you can convert any item into cash quickly, that is also current asset. Yeah. I'll come to that. Correct. I'll come to that. Can everyone see this example first? Cash in hand. The money that is there in your hand, current asset, right? Cash is a current asset. Now, shall we see what are the other things that you can quickly convert to cash? Let me ask you a question. Look at cash at bank. Some people, because they are scared to keep money at home, thief will come. They might spend the money. Scared, no, they save the money where? Bank account. Right? And I'll ask you a question. Money in your bank account is cash at bank. Cash, you have kept it where? In the bank account, right? Tell me this, will you? If you need to get the cash now, what do? You can put the ATM card and get the cash. Or what will you do? You will go to the bank and speak to that cashier fellow who is there, fill a slip and get the cash. How long will it take? 2 minutes. Right. 2 minutes, right? Put the ATM card, get the cash. How long? 2 minutes. If you crawl and go, still within 1 day you can return. Look at the definition. Converted to cash very quickly, meaning within how many years? 1 year. Within 1 year, if you can convert it into cash, what is it to you? Current asset. Within 1 year, you should be able to convert it into cash. Right. Cash in hand. Already it is there in the form of cash. No, money that is there with you in your hand. Anyway, that is cash. Cash at bank. You go to the bank and what can you get now? Cash. Cash. Money is cash. So you can easily convert it into cash, no? Current asset. You know who are trade receivables? I'll give a note for that separately, but now try to understand. Have you heard about people selling on credit? You know what is selling on credit? If someone, imagine you're running a shop, someone comes to your shop and they are buying 2 pencils, 50 rupees, costing 50. He pays you 50 rupees by cash. Did he make the payment immediately? Yes, he paid it immediately, right? There can be another fellow who can come and tell you, Machang, he's a good friend of your day. I don't have money now. Shall I pay you later? If the person is going to pay you later, that means you didn't sell for cash. Did you get the money? No. You're selling on what? Credit. You're selling on credit. Is that clear? Right. You know who are trade receivables? When you sell on credit, imagine you sold 50 rupees to your friend on credit. Your friend owes you 50 rupees, right or wrong? He has to pay you 50 rupees, right? When someone owes you the money, you sold on credit, no? He owes you 50 rupees. When someone owes you the money, you know what is the name that you give to those people? Trade receivables. I have a question. To pay 50 rupees, will your friend take 1 year? No, maybe 1 or 2 days, right? After like 2 days, he will come and pay you the 50 rupees. Am I clear? So which means trade receivables, you can easily convert it into cash. They will pay you the money soon. Is that clear? Right. Who are trade receivables? You sold on credit. Because you sold on credit, they owe you the money. In other words, you have to receive money from them. That's why the word trade receivables. You have to receive the money from them. Okay. So when they pay you the money, what do you get? Cash. Okay. Right. You know what is cash in hand? Money that is there in your hand. What is cash at bank? Money that is there in the bank account. Who are trade receivables? If you sell on credit, people owe you the money. Those people are known as trade receivables. You know what is inventory? Nice. You know, but I'll tell you again. Take a car sale. Why did they buy the car? To sell? To sell. Car sale, they bought the cars for them to use or for them to sell? Sell. Whatever you buy in order to sell is what you mean by inventory. Now I'll ask you a question. If you buy a furniture for you to use, can you use it for more than 1 year? Yes. Did you buy for you to use? Yes. What asset? Non-current asset. You buy the furniture for you to sell. What asset? Current asset. And it's an example of what? Inventory. Whatever you buy in order to sell is what? Inventory. Car sale. What are the cars? What is it? Inventory. If you are running a furniture business, why did you buy the furniture? To sell. And what is that furniture for you? Inventory. If you are, have you gone to Unity Plaza or somewhere where they sell laptops and all? Why did they buy the laptop? To sell. What is it for them? Inventory. Why did I buy the laptop? To use. What is it for me? Non-current asset. You people have understood like gini gindar no bang. Simple scene. Simple scene. So what is inventory? Whatever the items that you buy in order to sell. If you buy anything in order to sell, that is what you mean by inventory. Now I have a question. As soon as you sell, what do you get? Cash. So that means inventory can be converted to cash quickly. Got it? Inventory, you can easily convert it into cash. That's why it's an example of what? Current assets. Got it? You know what? Out of everything, asset is like the major component. If you have understood asset properly, 99.9999% chance that you are getting an Eesa. 100% chance. Because assets is like, you should know so many things for you to understand. So I'm doing it very slowly. You should ask yourself a question. Have you understood what is current assets now? So what is current asset? Cash, money that is there with you, or anything that you can quickly convert to cash. I'll give you the definitions of trade receivables and inventory. Yeah? Right. You know what am I going to give you? The definition. Right. You know what is inventory? You tell me, what is inventory? What is inventory? Whatever you bought in order to sell. Items brought by the business for you to resell. That is to sell. Okay. Inventory. Right. I am confused between trade receivables and debtors. Are they same thing? Both are the same. Trade receivables is the term that you all have to use for your O-level exam. But in the past, instead of trade receivables, they use the word debtors. Right? So debtor is an old term. You can't use that term now. Your examiner will be using the word trade receivables, trade receivables, trade receivables. So you don't have to worry about debtors. That's an old term for trade receivables, right? What is inventory? Items purchased by the business. Items purchased by the business. For what? To use or to sell? Correct. Items purchased by the business in order to sell. Items purchased by the business in order to sell. And what is remaining in the business? I'll tell you what is that remaining in the business. Imagine, all of you all imagine, we are going to run a car sale. What should you buy first? Cars. All of you all remember, you all bought 10 cars, huh? 10 cars. Did you buy in order to sell? Yes. Then what do you call that? Inventory. But you know, in reality, let's say you bought 10 cars. You sold 4. How many cars are left? 6 is only remaining, right? That is only actually your inventory. From whatever you bought in order to sell, you have sold 4. No. Is it still remaining in the business? No, it's already converted into cash. You don't have to worry about what you sold. How much is remaining? 6. That is your inventory figure. But for now, you just remember, inventory means whatever you buy in order to sell. That is inventory. Understood? Right. If you can understand these things properly, later when I do calculations, marathon, you will have sleepless nights. There is something that you have to balance and all. If it doesn't balance, you will look like it didn't balance. Because if it balances, you know your answer is perfect. Right? So you will have a lot of fun later on. The next definition which I am giving you, trade receivables. Can you write trade receivables? Power will come. Trade receivables. The ones who are online, I'm sure you can see the screen. There is a small power cut, but the generator is on. So shall I dictate till I on the projector? To on the projector, it will take 1 minute. Trade receivables. I'm going to give you the definition of trade receivables. Who are trade receivables? Not people who sell on credit. Correct. You sell on credit, then the people owe you the money. When you sell on credit, people owe you the money. What is it to you? Assets. Those are assets. People who owe you the money. Assets to the business, right? So who are trade receivables? People who owe money to the business. Understood? Right. Trade receivables. If I dictate, you can write no. These are the people. These are the people. These are the people who owe money to us. These are the people who owe money to us. These are the people who owe money to us because we have sold on credit. You have sold on credit. That's why they owe you the money. These are the people who owe money to us because we have sold on credit. You're running a business. I come to your shop with another 3 friends. Okay. I am buying for 1,000 rupees. I will tell you, I will pay later. Who am I to you? Very good. Trade receivable. Because I owe you the money, right? Trade receivable. My friends also, they also buy on credit. 500 rupees, 200 rupees, 300 rupees. Who are those people to you? Trade receivables. You have to receive money from them. Understood? So who are trade receivables? Anyone who has to pay you the money is a trade receivable because you sold on credit. Understood? Right. Testing time. Testing time. Chaka blast time. Online, you can give answers in the chat group. Okay. Dada bada, you have to chat. Dada bada, dada bada. Yeah, like this, like this. It's turned up. How are you doing right? Half. What man? Half only you wrote. Yeah, it's the other half then. So I have a question. Yes. So Waiba, you can ask me the question. Tell me what is your question? Yes. Are they here? After putting, I have a question. Type the question also. Now I have to wait. No. Tell the question. Kiapang. Question. Still the question didn't come. Uber Eats also will come. Still the question didn't come. If a person came to you as a trade receivable, continue, will you? You will continue one answer Tarakatin and told you, told me what? That he likes me. He will, installment basis it's coming. He will, okay, you are alive, no? Give you money tomorrow, okay? He will give you money tomorrow. And he doesn't pay you. See? Spiritual power. I know what he's going to tell. Then you call it as a bad debt. You will be, there is a separate topic for that. After you sell on credit, if he doesn't pay you the money, you call it as a bad debt. You will somehow try your level best to get the money. You call him, go to his place. Look, guys, if it is like 300 rupees, you can ignore. No. You're going to go to his place. Try show cost itself 600 rupees. You are spending 600 rupees to bring 300 rupees. Nonsense. Nonsense. Some people put court cases. It goes for ages to pay the lawyer and that and this. What you get is 20,000, but you have to spend about 150,000. Nonsense. No, small amounts you can ignore, but big amounts you have to fight for it. Okay, right. So let's see. What have you Kilichi find today? What is an asset? Resources owned by the business. Answer, Deepa. No. Assets are resources owned by the business. Is cash an asset for you? Yes. Both non-current asset and current asset, both are assets. Cash is an asset for you. If you have money in your bank account, is it an asset? Yes. Vehicle? Yes. Computer? Furniture? Yes. Perfect. You know what is an asset? Resources owned by the business. What is non-current asset? Assets which you can use for more than 1 year. Is that all? No, you have to buy with the intention of using. Right. If you buy for you to use, then that is a non-current asset. What if you buy in order to sell? Current asset. And what is it? Inventory. Alla binjo pissu tomato. Right. Inventory. Great. Whatever you buy in order to sell is what? Inventory. So you know what are non-current assets, right? Perfectly understood? Great. Current asset is cash. Remember cash. Cash is an example of current asset. Not only that, if you can convert anything into cash quickly, anything that you can convert into cash quickly, that is also what? Current asset. Example, one is cash in hand, that is your cash. Other example, cash at bank. You go to the bank, you can get the cash. You can easily convert it into cash. Who are trade receivables? People who owe you the money. Why do they owe you the money? Because you sold on credit. Then they owe you the money. Clear? Right. What is inventory? Whatever you buy in order to sell. As soon as you sell, what do you get? Money, cash. So you can easily convert it into cash, right? Any doubts? With assets. Hachoo! Here when sneeze comes, man, hachoo! Put like that. Don't. What will other person think if I sneeze? No, and in slow motion, some broken engine is starting. like that when it's coming for you. So macam here after hachum comes, how? Hachum! Okay, like that, huh? How? How? Show a demo. But bang, you are saying demo no. Gym body. Gym body means, look at me. Right. On credit, if you sell on credit, people have to pay you the money. Selling on credit meaning you sold, person will give you the money later. That is what you mean by sold on credit. You gave the goods and all, but they will pay you the money later. Imagine you're running a laptop shop, person comes to your shop and buys a laptop. But he didn't pay you the money. He's going to pay you later. That is what you mean by selling on credit. So they owe you the money. It's an asset to you, right? You have a small homework. You know what is the homework? Yeah. What do you mean by same thing in the same?
Take money from the bank and pay later.
Why will you pay later if you take money from the bank? On credit. Okay, that is taking a bank loan. That's a liability. We have not come to liability still. Liability macam next class, right? Okay. Today, I have taught you from this accounting equation only what? Assets. Only assets I have taught you. Next class, I will recall the assets and I'll be doing liabilities, capital. After that, we can do this accounting equation as well. Some calculations. Okay. Homework is, you know what? Just learn this. Learn this. If you have any problems, you can come a bit early and you can ask me. Because usually on Saturdays, I have classes from morning till 1:30, but 1:30 to 2:15, like I am free. So in between that, let's say you come at about 2 o'clock, you can ask me and clarify any doubts, right? So guys, I'm stopping there, right? I'll see you again on next Saturday at the same time. Bye-bye, tada bye, enjoy life. God bless you all. See you and study hard, right? Take care. Kullu maafi.